Hi everyone, so it is day 3 of March of the Writers, and today's topic is book covers. Who designed our book covers, where do we get them, etc. So, other than the stock photos that were available from, at the time, what was CreateSpace / KDP now, that I first used, and sometimes have to when things don't fit, I have provided my own pictures, such as this one right here. This is Another World Called Ours, as you can see, a short story collection. This was the second full book I published, because I published Only Children Dream, which unfortunately has the stock photo. Maybe one day I can change that. And I had that book split into 2 different poetry books under a different name, and then I decided to go under S.E. Dickinson, and I put those 2 together and made Only Children Dream. And then, I started getting better at finding things to fit and format and all that other stuff, so I could be even more creative with my books, so I can do my own book covers, along with my own writing. So this here was taken, I think, at Minnehaha Falls in Minnesota. And I just thought it fit. I was kind of going through pictures, deciding, what would fit for this book, and I really liked this picture. There are fantasy stories and stories that I think kind of reflect real life in some situations, so I thought it was fitting. But yeah, I took that picture. Next is I Don't Know These Shadows. So this right here is the ebook cover, and I'm glad to have it on there because I always have trouble with ebook covers. That's why some of them have the stock photos, but I prefer my own. And this and the paperback, which is a tree, also were just trees in my aunt and uncle's backyard. This one I feel is a little spookier because it kind of has that black and white feel to it, but it was just like a early winter day, so it looks kind of grayish. And here is the paperback, so you can see, yeah, there's more of a full tree right here, whereas these are just more of the branches. But this is a short story collection that's more horror based, and I wanted something that felt, kind of spooky. So I went with these bare trees against this gray sky, and I really like how it came out. This right here is my latest work that I published on Amazon, and trying to get it up on some other platforms too. But this is Life, Nature, and Other Whimsical Things, poetry, short stories, art, and pictures, of course by me. This right here is a picture of a backyard, or the backyard that we had in Montrose, Minnesota. It was a lot of land, and it just, the phone I took it on was kind of old now. It didn't even have touchscreen on it. I can't even remember for the life of me how I recorded on that, because I was only able to take like maybe 10-second videos. So when I was first doing YouTube and I wasn't using like my recording camera, when I was using my phone, I only did like very short videos because I was only able to do that. So yeah, this definitely had to have been taken on that one, just because it would have been so much clearer on the other camera. But to me, it kind of looks like a painting almost, and I love that effect. Here is Jackalope Fangs. This was actually designed by my son Nathaniel, and when I went to publish the book on KDP, I put him down as the cover artist. On the ebook, you can see it a little fuller, but it also didn't format and set right, so you can see like all the borders you're not supposed to see and everything. But the paperback looks awesome. So we got the jackalope there, and then there, of course, there's the forest behind them, and yeah, I think it looks cool. Then there is the silly things we talked about. This is a poetry book. Out of the two, Only Children's Dream, and this one is definitely my favorite. I mean, Life, Nature, and Whimsical Things, that has poetry in it as well, and I really like that one. I'm still proud of all my work, but this one just had a lot of meaningful poetry to me in it, and I just love this picture here. This was also taken in Minnesota. I don't even remember where we were going, but it was like, I think sunset, I want to say. Or was it early in the morning? I can never remember, but it was not very bright out, and the sky just looked like this beautiful pinkish color, and it was winter. It feels like it's winter all the time there, but yeah, just something very calm and peaceful. When I was taking that picture, I do remember that feeling, and I just love, either late night or early morning skies. They're just so beautiful, and I don't get the opportunity to take pictures of them as much as I'd like to, and I just thought this cover fit beautifully for what the poetry in this was. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.